everybody, and welcome to this weekly update with myself, Sarah Lean. Again, thank you to everybody that is tuning in and watching these and commenting and liking. I really do appreciate the support, and it really does motivate me to keep doing this. Now, if you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to my channel. I release these videos every Friday, and I'm also releasing some technical videos as well, as you'll see as well from my previous videos. So let's cover off what's been happening this week in Azure news. And it has been a bit of a quiet one. I fully expect next week to be much more involved and much more news happening, obviously with Microsoft Ignite happening. But this week we've had a few things happen and I want to talk about them. Now, the first one is an API that is in preview, and this is going to give you the ability to query retail Azure pricing through this API. So previously, to get pricing, you had to use the Azure pricing calculator or actually go into the Azure portal itself. But we now have this API in preview that you can query. So I think there's a lot of people that are going to be quite happy about that and the ability to get some of the pricing through the API as well. So definitely check that out if that's something that you are into and have been looking for or missing from our features as well. And also we've got some public preview of application insights into some new data centers. So let me just check which ones it is. So Application Insights is now in preview in the UK West Data Centre, Germany West Central, Switzerland West and Australia Central too. So again, if that's something that you've been missing from our data centres for those regions, please do check it out and have a look at Application Insights because it's now in public preview for those regions. And the last bit of news that I wanted to cover off was update roll up 50 for Azure Site Recovery. And that's just a kind of feature and bug release that we've released. I think there's new functionality and support for some Debian versions. So again, if you're running ASR or Azure Site Recovery in your environment, make sure you're keeping up to date with the latest patch, and that one is update roll up 50 that's now out. So definitely check that out and see what it can give you in your environment as well. So as I said, next week is Ignite and I am still fully engaged and fully immersed in that at the moment. There's a lot going on, a lot happening. I think I can now kind of tell you about some of the things that I'm doing. So I am speaking at Ignite this year. Myself and Thomas, my colleague, are delivering a session called IT Operations in the Cloud. And it's designed to help those that are maybe just starting on their IT career and are trying to figure out what IT operations is going to look like for them versus what they've maybe been doing on-prem. So I'm super excited about that. It's not the first time that Thomas and I have delivered a session together. We actually did a Q&A together at Build this year, but in terms of actually presenting together, it is the first time that we've done it, so it'll be good fun. We are practicing that at the moment, so hopefully it will be fully polished when we actually deliver it next week at Build. Now, the other things that I'm doing at Build are live interviews. So there's going to be 15-minute type interviews live with a host, so someone like myself, and a guest, so a SME, a subject matter expert, or a product manager or product owner, or my boss Rick is interviewing the Azure CTO Mark Rasinovich. So there's lots of variety, and these live sessions are interactive, so you'll be fully allowed to chat along with us, ask questions to the guest, and we can pull them out and ask the guest there live on the interview. So I think I've got 4, so let me rhyme off what I'm doing. I'm doing real world architecture with Christian, and that's going to be really good fun because he's going to be talking about the cloud adoption framework and also the enterprise scale landing zone architecture as well. So if you've got any questions about that, check that session out, add it into your session catalogue. The other one I'm doing is with a fellow Scot, Ricky. We're going to be talking about Azure ATP and myth busting some of that, and hopefully answering some of the questions that you might have as well around that. I'm also interviewing someone from the Azure Migrate team. So we're going to be talking about migrations, Azure Migrate, some of the new features that are coming around all of that, and how it can help you in your environment if you're looking to migrate. And there is another one I'm also doing one with our general manager, Brian, who's in charge of the energy for our data centres. So I'm really excited about talking to Brian. I am going to be asking him hopefully about Project Natick, which is the underwater data centre that we just unsubmerged. Is that a word? Dug up. Don't think that's the right terminology if you're pulling it up from the water, but that was our underwater experimental data centre. So I'm hopefully going to be asking Brian a bit more about that, and also about how our data centres are powered and what they're doing in terms of trying to make them more energy efficient and more climate friendly as well. So super excited, super cool variety of sessions. So yeah, there's lots to tune in about. What I'll do is I'll post links to the session catalogue, so please do register for Ignite and then build up your schedule just like you would with an in-person event. You can then build your schedule and see the sessions that are happening. You can create calendar notifications as well. We'll give you a little file you can download and put into your calendar so that you get notified when the sessions that you want to see are happening. And hopefully that'll stop people putting meetings in your diary if you're having to juggle work and Ignite this year with it being virtual. So yeah, lots of prep around all of that. There are a few product teams I need to catch up with as well, because potentially I'm going to be writing some blog posts about new stuff that they're talking about. So yeah, lots and lots of things happening. I have lots of engagements as well happening after Ignite. I think I've signed up for another 5 or 6 user group presentations. 2 of them are going to be Ignite roundups. So I'm speaking at WinOps on the 30th of September, and it's kind of going to be a panel discussion. I think myself and April Edwards are on the panel together at the moment, and we're going to be talking about Ignite news and various different things. So super interactive. Again, I'll post some details around all of that. And then on the 1st of October, I am speaking at Tech UG, and again, it's going to be a bit of a roundup of what's been happening at Ignite, sharing some news, sharing some features, talking about that, and again, hopefully interactive with people joining in and chatting as well. So those are the 2 that are coming up. There's an internal one I'm doing as well before that, and I've got, like I said, about 3 other ones in October that I'm speaking at as well. So definitely lots going on, definitely a busy period. I will need to have a look at the diary and try and get some time off, but super excited about what's happening. Please do get involved with Ignite. I know it's a shame we're not doing it in person, but hopefully the virtual gives us something to kind of do and find out about and share some knowledge. Like I said last week, my team and I have created a Discord server where we're hoping that people can have a chat, people can have interactions. You can have those hallway chats, albeit virtually. But yeah, there's lots of opportunity to engage with us there. And please do let us know what you think of Ignite. You know, if you like something, if you don't like something, please do let us know. At the moment, virtual conferences seems to be the way forward, so speak up if there's things that you want differently, if there's things that you love, and if we are continuing down this route of virtual conferences, then we need to make sure that we get it right for the attendees and the audience. So yeah, your feedback is super important and we will listen to it. I think that's all I kind of wanted to say this week. It is actually nice in Scotland for a change. The weather has kind of turned from summer to autumn to back to kind of summer. We've got some nice blue skies and some fairly warm weather for us, especially this time of the year. So I'll definitely be spending some time in my garden or backyard at the weekend, doing some things, pottering about with my plants and what have you. So yeah, I hope you all have a good one, and I will catch you next week, hopefully at Ignite, and then with my Friday weekly video as well. So have a good one, everybody, and I'll see you soon.